Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Mashup, the show that showcases the talents of the students here at Melbourne Polytechnic.
The new rebranding of
NMIT. That's right. I'm Scott.
And I'm Ariel.
We have a bumper show for you lined up today.
We sure do, but before we even begin on that, what else is new, Scott?
What else could be new aside from this episode?
Ho-hum.
Ho-hum. I wonder. Our wonderful new set, now including a neon glowing logo.
Mashup. Eat your heart out.
All there, all there. Talking of branding, that's branding. Now, today we're going to be looking at the world's best comic book store.
The whole wide world?
Yep, you heard me. I stand behind that statement.
That is a huge statement to make.
I know, but I stand behind it. We're also going to be looking into the art of creating music videos.
That's really cool.
I know.
But first, we need to go back in time.
For real?
Yeah, like with magic and everything.
Oh, wow.
We're going to go back in time.
Well, actually, she lies. We're going to be looking at a story about Melbourne Swordcraft. The guys that get dressed up in armour and play with swords.
That's not quite lying. It's kind of, you know...
I'm very excited.
Okay. Yeah, well, so am I. Let's have a look.
Archers up! Go to the far flank! Left side! Archers, left side! Go! Don't worry about the news! Now we have Britain.
Swordcraft is a form of LARP, or live-action roleplay. Swordcraft in Melbourne attracts over 300 players every Friday night.
Sneaking!
Players can dress up in costumes such as armour, and use weapons such as swords and bows and arrows.
We were originally loosely based on the Warhammer Fantasy, but we steered away from that, so you'll see some noticeable points from that from the Order, based on the Empire from them, Bretons, Bretonians, stuff like that, but for the most part, no, we're not based on anything. It's mostly people just come up with their own things, go with it.
You get to fight, you get to do fun things about the people you're with and people around you. What I think is a bit more important and a bit more special for me is the weekend events.
My character actually started out from a D&D game. He was a half-orc, otherwise known as Hawk, because he's illiterate, so that was the closest thing that they got. So ever since then, Hawk had a whole lot of escapades.
I've seen entire alliances for these entire armies go to hell because one guy made a joke about how Bretons are looking more blue than usual today, so they killed him.
First night, we'll give you a sword and shield, you'll run with a new player militia sergeant. He'll teach you how to fight safely, how to defend yourself, and you'll run with that group for the night so that you're not out there on your own just going, oh my god, what am I doing? There's 500 guys running towards me now.
Being out here, doing what I sort of enjoy, which was doing sword fighting for stage, and then being with people doing it, so it's good fun.
Your actions, no matter where you are, no matter high up or high low, can have consequences and can change the game. And because the game changes based on how well you fight and how well you do, there's really unlimited options for what's going to happen. There's nothing controlling where this goes.
Being able to actually put on all this armour and everything once a week and being able to hit people at the same time, but also around a great bunch of mates, all here to have a good time, all here for the same reason, so it's just a good community atmosphere.
I know.
Amazing.
I know. That is the coolest thing ever. I want to go and join them. Can we go right now? Let's go.
Too.
I don't think they're playing.
I think that would be awesome if we could do that. They looked so in character.
See, if you were playing, how competitive would you be? Would you be like swinging your sword like a crazy person, or would you be tempered and having a nice time?
I think I'd be logical about it. Like I would want to win that game. Strategic. Yeah, I would want to win the game. You know, so I guess I would be a bit competitive, but I would play by the rules. No cheating here.
No cheating. Would you get dressed up as a goblin?
I do love all the prosthetics, and I really like being horrifying. So I think that could be really
sure,
fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Halloween's coming up, so you could stay dressed for Halloween, be a hoblin, keep the costume, everything's sorted.
Yes, it might smell a little bit after, you know, a massive battle, but I suppose you got to wash
You wash these things.
I don't know. It looked like you were really into it, though. You really wanted to get into the...
I do.
Oh, God. It looks awesome.
We'll be right back after this. Hey, guys, and welcome back to the show.
Hiya. I have always wondered something about Scott, and I thought that now would be the time to ask...
To spring something on me. What is it going to be? Sure.
So when I first saw you, I thought to myself, I wonder what kind of music videos he likes.
That is a very specific and very random question. Yes. Would you actually like to know the answer?
Yes, please.
I don't know if it really matters. As long as the song's good, that's the most important thing.
So the visual isn't so important to you?
Well, yeah, it is to an extent, but if the song's bad, then I wouldn't be listening.
Fair enough.
But as you know, something fun, colourful, as long as there's colour and movement,
Katy Perry
we don't
kind
mind.
Yeah, that's colourful movement. Yeah.
So what about yourself? Storylines or booty shaking?
Storylines.
Okay.
Yes. Give me a storyline, I will watch it. If it's not there, I can't.
Tune out.
Yeah, I do. Tune
Lost
out.
without a narrative.
Yes, lost without a narrative.
Talking of narrative, a lot of people actually want to become music video directors.
This is true.
Is this something that you've wanted to do in the past?
Ooh, not particularly, but I do love that when somebody says, I'm a music director, you know, they just seem so cool. I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do.
Well, we actually have a story about one, so let's take a look.
We sure do.
My name is Warwick Hughes. I run a business called Sink or Swim Productions, and I make music videos for a living. Just started going to gigs, filming for bands and things like that, and was really into it. And sure enough, I just kind of fell into music videos and went from there, essentially. Definitely varies between different bands. Like obviously you'll have a band that approach you being like, oh, here's like a softer song, we want like a slower type of setup with like lots of vibrance and nice colors, and then you have the opposite spectrum, which is like a band that's like, I've got a song that's going to melt your face off. I want something that's dark, scary looking, really just saturated and spooky. International scale, I guess. Like I've worked with a lot of bands, more so on like a live video spectrum of bands that I grew up listening to and got me into like good music, I guess, in the first place. I went over to America early this year, and that was just one hell of an experience. Got to work with some really awesome bands. Travel is the best part about it, hands down. There's no better feeling than like jumping on a plane and going somewhere completely different and filming there. Well, when I work with live bands, you get given a brief of what they're after. A lot of the time they just kind of trust your direction and trust whatever you'll produce for them, which is really, really handy. And I believe it's a better environment to work live because you have like an hour window to get everything that you need, especially if it's just like a one-off show, like sussing out the venue before the show starts, the possible camera angles that you could do throughout the place. Throw yourself in the deep end and learn from your mistakes. I've been doing music videos full-time for the last year and a half now, and I've only, in the last probably 6 months or so, just finally got like a good system that works well for myself and my clients. Check me out on Facebook if you just search Sink or Swim Productions. Instagram, it's just Warwick Film, and Twitter, it's Hughes Warwick.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
I'm dead set on getting you into a music video now, though.
Well, it'd be pretty cool to meet such creative people.
We have to track down all the music video directors in the world.
In the world?
In the world. Everywhere. And put you in there.
That's a nice sentiment, yes. But you know, when we'll be back, we're going to be having a look at the best comic book store in Melbourne.
No, you keep saying it in Melbourne. It's not in Melbourne. Again, it's in the world, the whole wide world, Ariel.
The whole wide, wide world?
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back. Now, Ariel, I'm wondering, have you ever been a comic book fan?
I have to say, unfortunately, no.
No.
But I love all of the comic book movies.
Okay, so would you ever go back? Would you see the film and then go back to the comic book?
I find it a little bit hard to go back. You know,
Well, it's
because
kind of, you're
it's
almost
not
getting
the
your
same.
cheats as well.
Yeah.
If you read the comic books, you know what's going to happen.
And it's such a visual thing as well.
Yeah.
If it's not really the same, I'd probably get a bit nitpicky.
Nitpicky?
That's the one I was looking
Is that the
for.
one you're looking for? To be honest though, I've got to agree that I've always sort of watched the movies first, like X-Men and Batman and Spider-Man and all those films. Like I've watched them first, and then I might pick up a copy of the comic book because
It's
I've
familiar.
loved the film so much. If you
can
could be
understand that.
any comic book hero though, who would you be?
The Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yes.
Because you like the colour green, or because of your age issues? She's very angry. She's very angry. Like, I'm not going to say what happens during commercial breaks, but this girl gets mad.
Maybe.
Why do you think we've gone through several sets?
Because I hulked. I don't know.
See, for myself, I'd probably go for a Batman.
Batman.
Yeah. Like when I was growing up, you could literally see me walking through the streets of my neighbourhood wearing like a crappy Batman mask, carrying like the stick that we used to hook our attic to pull it down. I'd be like wandering through the
I was
streets.
so misunderstood. Batman.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's very cool.
Definitely.
Now we're actually going to be checking out the story that I've been so excited about for the entire show about the world's best comic book store.
Yes. Will it live up to its expectations?
Will it impress us?
Will we love it?
Will we?
Okay. Let's have a look.
Today, we're at All Star Comics Melbourne, in the heart of the CBD. But this is no ordinary comic book store. It's been voted the world's best, beating countless comic book stores around the world. The announcement coming all the way from America's iconic San Diego Comic Con.
I really wanted to open up a store, a comic book store that was a little bit different than what was already existing sort of here in Melbourne and what people had come to expect from comic book retailers. We wanted a more inclusive, I guess, space and the idea to tap into the community of people that are already fans, that are reading comics and enjoying comics, and making them feel sort of at home within the store's walls. When we opened the store, we felt it was extremely important to have a wide range of books as possible. Obviously, for the most part, the store's made up of books from the companies of Marvel and DC, which are obviously majority superheroes sort of related stuff, and a real point of having basically definitely Melbourne's biggest collection of local produced comic books, if not Australia's biggest selection. So that was really important to us as well, and to have those books on the shelf with the regular titles, to have them sort of bleeding into the Marvel and DC comics, so that the idea was that people would sort of see them as they're as legitimate as the major companies producing comics.
Owners Mitch and Troy won the worldwide Eisner Spirit of Comics Retailer Award, showcasing their support for the local community and their comic books.
It's great because we got nominated in our second year, which is pretty amazing, and we didn't win that year. That was last year, but then got nominated again this year, and you got a joint win. We won alongside an American store in Nebraska, Legends Comics and Coffee, which is one thing we don't have. We don't have coffee, so we've got to work on that. But yeah, so we got a joint first place, which is fantastic, and we couldn't be happier. It's a massive honour for us to get to this point. Effectively, it's like the Oscars for comics, really. We couldn't be happier. It's just been absolutely amazing.
Ariel, were you impressed by that comic book store?
Wow. I'm guessing that's your Batman voice.
Look, It's an attempt. How did
know
I
what?
go?
It
How
sounds-
did I go?
It sounds a little bit like Patty and Thelma from The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's insulting. Yeah, that's
But
horribly
they
mean.
kind of sound like Batman too, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
You know, if Christian Bale was sick or Ben Affleck,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
eventually they're going to have to recast the guy. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Scott for the role.
yeah, I'll do
Perhaps.
it. Sure. I still got the costume.
Really?
It's very small. They might have to alter it.
I see. Like, a bit patchy.
Yeah. You make do.
Oh dear. Now you were saying to me in the break that you wanted to be what, all of the things that we just did a segment?
Oh. Completely. I want to be a music video director who owns a comic book store whilst dressed in medieval gear.
Me too. It sounds awesome.
We're going to start a store together. We'll make music videos in the back and selling comic books at the front.
It'll be great.
She'll be dressed as a goblin. Everyone's invited. Come along. We open tomorrow, 9 a.m. We don't know where. Sadly,
knows?
though, that's all we have time for today.
Oh, I know. It's such a shame.
But you can catch us here in the same place at the same time next week. But to take us out, we have a song from High Suburban, Honest Men. Catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Have to work every day. Don't work hard, I still get paid. I get bored, ain't it great? Head to work every day with my suitcase, feeling like fuck my pay. I could do better things with my day. Am I weak or am I brave? An honest man is a loyal one when dishonesty is your income. Acknowledgement means I'm not dumb. At least I got my holiday set for the next 5 years. I guess that's a reason